So I'm at Mom's house, just finishing up. Take a look at the lettuce. Looking good. She's not picking it fast enough. I just mulched the potatoes. They're coming up real well. And that one there is citronella. And we have more. The citronella lives through the winter, apparently. And it's very bushy now. Oh, something exciting. The castor bean seed. Can you see it? It's sprouting. That's exciting. The other one that I planted on that side was sprouting also, but I think a bug got to it. It was eaten. So, but that's okay because I needed to plant the loofah there anyway, which is here. And we strung it, one of them along the bottom of the trellis. It ends there. And then the other one is going up to the middle. By the end of the summer, they will have taken over this entire trellis. It's a 12-foot trellis by like 4.5 feet tall. And then on this hoop trellis, I planted the other two loofah that were in the other bucket. This one was a little harder to untangle, a little more difficult. So there's a few strands on this one, and one of them's going up here, the other one is going that way to the end that way, and then the other one is going there. Sad news, the second blueberry bush that I bought is a twig, but this little bit here has a leaf, so it's still green and hopefully it'll make a comeback. That one's doing okay, and the fig tree is still alive and well and growing. And the very first pole bean has sprouted there. The first one out of 30. I just picked an asparagus sprout. It was about 14 inches tall, maybe 12. And I ate it. It was skinny. It wasn't like a thick one or anything like that. But what do I see here? Oh, I thought it was a bean that had sprouted, but it's not. Fooled me. Anyway, the Mary J didn't make it, as we knew she wouldn't. We're not very good at growing that plant. And lilies are still coming up. It started to sprinkle. I didn't know rain was in the forecast for today. I got 4 tomato plants from a friend at work. One there, and there on the end. And then I've planted marigolds all around each one. They are, and I'm not sure which ones are which, they're all yellow. 2 of them are Dr. Witchies, and 2 of them are a yellow pear, which I've never grown before, so, and I've wanted to, so that's good. Snapdragons are looking great. Look at how beautiful these are. This color is really pretty, peachy. Not very clear. Beautiful. I mean, this is a pretty color too. I like the yellow on the inside of it. Fuchsia. That seems to be the 2 colors that are blooming. The portulaca that are in the hanging basket are still there. Everything was dry as a bone when I got here today, so poor mama hadn't been feeling well. She pulled her back or something. Anyway, so she didn't water anybody this week. And I planted another castor bean somewhere in this region, but I keep checking and I don't see it. So still too soon, I guess. Anyway, it's time for me to pack up and go home. There's some more marigolds left in here, but I'll get to them tomorrow because I didn't get everything done that I wanted to today. But I'll finish the rest tomorrow. In this bed, I'm going to plant peppers, which I have a lot that have finally sprouted. So a few weeks before I can pot them. Maybe next month I'll be planting them in the bed. Very late, I know. And the leeks and onions that are over there, I'm going to plant in between the peppers because I learned that onions and peppers do well together. Anyway, so I'm just packing up, taking everything to the car. Mom has been playing with seeds. She's got a ton of butternut squash that have sprouted. So I don't know where she's going to put them all. We don't have enough space for all those squash. Anywho, look at the wisteria. She's still making it after the transplant last week. And the mums are still alive and doing well. They were bone dry also. And here's one of the giant dahlias, the other one's here. All right, I'm gonna let you go because it's starting to rain harder and time for me to go. It's Monday, May 8th, 5:15, and I'm learning that the sun is pretty constant back here. It has been shining all the way, like even closer on the patio, closer to the door on the patio pretty much all day. And so that's good to know for the seedlings. I've got so many more planted today. And this one that I just now planted is lemongrass. I need to put a sticker in that so I don't forget. And in this one here, I planted some peppers. On this side, poblano, and then on this side, the one seed that I have left, gypsy hybrid sweet pepper. It's a new pack of seeds that I bought this year, and it had only 10 seeds in it, and I sowed them previously, but they never, in that thing, they never sprouted. So I sowed the last seed in this pot. Hopefully it'll grow. In this one here, I just sowed some German chamomile, and I brought out these peppers that have sprouted. In this one, I have Keystone Sweet Giant, and in this one, I have bullnose, Golden California Wonder, and Nadapeños, and they're just planted in a row like this, so I know what's what. In this one, I went ahead and planted 4 different things. Let's see. Hungarian heart tomato, green Dr. grape tomato, or it's a cherry tomato, some celery in this side, and then on this side the super sweet 100. Just a few seeds of each. More of the Hungarian heart though, because I need to plant a few more of those in the big garden at Mom's house. I made a separation, if you can see the line. In this one I have African daisies, and then on this side basil. So in this one I have teddy bear marigolds in the whole thing. This one has more peppers of like 4 or 5 different varieties. They're hot peppers. They're all jalapenos. The orange, yellow, giant, and something else, I forget. One other variety of jalapeno. Planted some mammoth sunflowers in here. And in this one, I just now planted purple coneflower. This one is still the chives. And in this one I have a new planting of 1,000 head kale on one side, and bull's blood beets, and golden beets also. So they're just pretty much everywhere. I'm going to be able to decipher what's the kale and what's the beets. So I wasn't worried about separating those really. And everybody just got watered. And I just found the first 2 red strawberries that are ripe. And I kind of had to tuck them in a couple days ago because they were hanging outside of the green stalk. And I had to hide them from the birds so that I could get them. Anyway, let's go for a taste. Mmm. Delicious. So sweet. So sweet. Mmm. That one too. Garden candy. Everybody's been watered. Haven't been to Mom's house yet. I'm gonna go over there this evening as the sun is not so bright and hot, because it was a bright sunny day today. And I have a few things to plant, so I didn't want to get all burnt by the sun. Anyway, so patio garden's looking good, and I'm feeling good about the seedlings that I've planted today. I think now that it's getting warmer, that things will start sprouting really well. Oh, and I replanted all of these seeds. I forgot to mention today, just a little while ago, just replanted all of these pepper seeds. There's 2 in each pot, just to be sure that they all germinate. And then I brought this out. This, I was really looking forward to having these zinnias, which are dwarf. They're all 4 of these are dwarf varieties of zinnia. And I had them in the house, and the fungus gnats were the problem. So I'm hoping those will germinate. I had 1 zinnia germinate out of all of those during the height of the problem with the fungus gnats. So I'm hoping that maybe since they're outside and rehydrated, that they'll germinate now. But we shall see. We shall see. And the peppers are doing good. Everybody's doing good out here. I've got an Italian 1-pot meal for lunches for the next week. This is rigatoni pasta in a cream sauce. The base of it is chicken broth, and I added some cream, and of course this is Italian sausage, mild Italian sausage. Sauteed some onions and garlic first, and threw in some spinach and chopped up some sun-dried tomatoes, and threw it all together. So here it is. This will feed Mom and I for the upcoming week. And it's kind of liquidy right now, but just as soon as I turn it off and it cools down, it'll become thicker. And I purposely made a lot of sauce because this pasta will pick it up. It'll soak it up as it cools, and it'll actually probably be dry when I reheat it. Oh, and I also put in some Parmesan cheese. So I'm sure it's delicious. I haven't tasted it yet, but I'll have a little bit in a little while once it cools down. Just look at how adorable these little ones are. Hi, Bubba. Look at the tongue. Just so adorable. Love my babies. They're waiting so patiently. Jackson's so antsy. I came home from picking up the kids and dropping them off, and we went to Mom's house in between and planted the onions that I had not planted the day before yesterday when I was over there. Anyway, so Chloe helped me with that, and then I took them home. Then I came home, took a shower, and I sat down and ate a bowl of corn pudding that I made before I left. And Jackson just knew he was going to get some. He's been doing that the whole time. Tell me, Bubby. Tell me. Tell me all about it. And Sadie just sits back there so nice and quiet. She's just patient and waiting. And here's Mr. Whiny. Just can't take it. I made some sweet potatoes before I left. Roasted them in the oven. And of course, they're for the dogs. I mean, I love sweet potatoes too. We share them. But this bowl of sweet potatoes is for the dogs. I have some treats here for Sadie and Jackson. Kind of a pill pocket. Sadie's pill is in here. The Comfortis. And Jackson's is here. He's only 6 pounds, so his dose is much smaller. Here, eat it. There, go for it, bub. Go for it. Get your treats. Here, Sadie. Good girl. You have another one, Jackie. Good boy. You too, Mama. You have another one. Alright. Did you eat it all? Okay. They're so easy to take their pills. You just hide it in food. And she likes those big bites. He can't handle a big bite. And he doesn't like to take food off of the fork either. But, okay. We'll let this one be yours, Jack. And Bubba. Good job, Bubba. Okay. I'm gonna give Sadie. Yeah. She's a beast when it comes to eating her treats. I'll let him have the rest of that. They love sweet potato. Love